The trade war just got way more crazier. We got more tariffs on China. I think it's at 245% now. We got some news with NVIDIA. We have chip restrictions with their H20 chip. China is restricting rare earth materials export, basically banning it. And what do we use that for? We use it for weapons, jet engines, electronics, and way more things that is needed to make things like this, especially chips. But with that being said, China is also stopping their airlines from buying Boeings. So basically, just canceled all the orders, all the future orders. So China isn't just putting extra tariffs, they're messing up trade overall. But with that being said, we're also going to look at this as a thing of not relying on China anymore, basically saying that China is unreliable, especially in trade wars and anything that goes on, be it stopping the mineral deal and messing up some companies can really affect our economy too. I mean, the tariffs overall is too, but with that being said, we are looking at other options. So look at other rare material companies in the US, especially there and other places that the US wants to buy from, because those stocks can go up more because people are seeing potential deals happening. But with that being said, Nvidia stock falls. Got bad news about the H20 chips from the government, basically saying that you can't really ship it. They did the same thing with the Blackwell chip, and Nvidia will take a 5.5 billion charge in the first quarter of the year 2026. So that can bring Nvidia stock down, and we did see it fall from 112 all the way down to 105, which is insane. So today we could probably see it either make some gaps back up, maybe even fill up to that 108 to that 110, and or we just keep on going down all the way down to that $100 level. So two levels to look at for Nvidia is a $100 level and up back up to the upside, that 108 level to that 110 level. Don't look at new high like highs from yesterday, like that 113. I don't think we'll get up there unless we get some good news, of course. But with that being said, do look at it to the downside first, but really just see how it opens with market open. I'm going to be coming out with some shorts covering Nvidia and the SPY overall, because we did see a drop in SPY a decent amount all the way down to that 533 level. We are kind of holding at around that 540 level yesterday. We did have a fall down like midday basically, but then after all that chip news and just China news overall, we've seen another drop. We did get all lows of all the way to that 530 level, so we might be able to fill it downwards a little bit more. So for today, market open, look at that 532 and then down to that 530 level, and we might even be able to break down some more, that 528, 526 to that 523 level. To the upside, I'll be looking at that 535 level first, 536, 537.5, 540, and then maybe to the highs from yesterday at 543, but highly rare unless we get some great news. But the market is very volatile, but also the volume recently hasn't really been as good. I think we dropped like 26% of the active traders. Keep in mind that Friday we have basically the markets are closed. I think futures are still open. I think something like that is still open on Friday, but options and normal stock trades are closed. And I guess just for the holiday, people just kind of slow down on their trading, but keep in mind that after holidays we get bigger trades. So just be very patient while trading. Don't rush any plays. Honestly, it's just patience right now and just running with news, seeing how news is while the market is kind of running. So that's the basic news that we have. We do got some other ones like Trump tariff lives update. So China basically signals that they're kind of ready to make a deal, but only if US shows respect. I think recently we got into like a meeting and somebody said something bad about China, but kind of just disrespecting China, honestly. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with it, I'm not agreeing with it, but that's kind of what's happening right now. And when the China market actually opened up today, we've seen gold break 3,300 and kind of just breaking new highs. So keep gold and ETFs related to gold on your radar for today. So some levels other than SPY in the video, we kind of already looked through it, is Apple. So Apple, I'll be looking to the downside for now, just because since we got that rally up from those reliefs, we've been kind of going down a little bit with Apple. So look at that 200 level. If you break below that 200, 198, 196, 195, and 190 to the downside. To the upside, if we hold that 200, 202, 203, 208, and that 212 level to the upside with Apple, Palantir, we got a new government deal. So with the government deal, it did bring Palantir a little bit up, but we did get down with that chip stock news. But Palantir is looking pretty decent, so we might be able to fill some gaps upwards just because of that deal. I will be looking at that $100 level to see if we can break above that. If we can break above that, 105 to that 110 is going to be next. To the downside, that 95 to that 90 level to the downside. Tesla is looking okay, not really great, but it's looking okay. So to the upside, that 250, 253, 255, 259, 261.7. To the downside, 246, 242, and that 240 level. And then if we break below that 240, look at that 235 level. Bitcoin, we are breaking below some decent levels that we were running at. We're kind of at the $85,000 level, potentially hitting 90, but now we're kind of just slowing down a little bit. So maybe downside to that 82,000 level. That being said, MSTR and Coinbase are two good stocks to trade with it, and IBIT. MSTR, we're looking at 307, 309 to that 310 and that 320. If we can see Bitcoin rally back up, if we don't, if we see sell off like it's doing right now, look at the downside 304, 305, or 30, 301, sorry, 300, and then that 295 to that 290 level to the downside. With that being said, thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.